When people imagine moving to Richmond, they often think they've cracked the real estate code. Lower home prices, gorgeous old homes with character, a slower pace, a charming southern vibe, all within reach. But here's the truth I wish more people knew. What you see on Zillow or Instagram rarely matches the reality on the ground. And I say this not as a salesperson, but as someone that has helped dozens of people relocate to RVA and someone that's lived here their entire life. Is the neighborhood you like actually a fit for your lifestyle? Or is it just a fit for your Pinterest board? Is the price you see online the price you'll actually pay? Or is it $100,000 higher once you factor in bidding wars, renovations, and investor-driven price hikes? These are the real questions my clients and I ask every single day. And today, you and I are going to walk through the 5 most popular suburbs of Richmond and why they may not be the slam dunk deal they first appear to be. But hang in until the end, because after that, I'll show you some areas that do deliver on value, lifestyle, and long-term fit. Places most people and most agents overlook. If you're new here, I'm Holly Fye, a top producing agent who helps people just like you relocate to RVA every day. If you want to know what it's like to work with me from people that have actually done so, be sure to check out my over 35 5-star reviews on Google. Give me a call or shoot me a text to the number on the screen. And yes, that really is my direct number. All right, let's start with the darling of every Richmond relocation list, Churchill. Cobblestones, skyline views, indie coffee shops, chef-driven restaurants. Churchill photographs beautifully, no question. But for buyers, especially first-time buyers or families, the numbers can hit hard. The median home price here is now over $515,000, more than $110,000 above the citywide average. Median home prices hover at about $585,000, and everything truly move-in ready is closer to $700,000 or more. A hidden cost here is renovation. So many homes were 100 years old. Outdated plumbing, small bathrooms, tiny closets, no parking. I've had clients plan their Richmond dream life in the van only to realize that they need another $100,000 just to modernize a kitchen or add a half bath. The kicker, you're paying premium dollars to live in an old house that needs work, or fighting cash investors who beat you to the good listings. Third, let's jump west to Short Pump, the family magnet suburb. Top schools, shopping galore, modern subdivisions. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not quite. If you're thinking you'll grab a great deal under $500,000 here, think again. The median price in Short Pump is now around $578,000, and new builds frequently list for $650,000 or more. Plus, not every neighborhood gets you into deep run high school, and buyers often don't find that out until they already toured properties. Inventory is low, bidding wars are brutal, and honestly, you could get similar school zones and a much bigger yard by looking in Glen Allen for $100,000 less. Next up, Carytown. It's funky, artistic, walkable, basically Richmond's answer to a mini Brooklyn. But that vibe costs. The median price here is now $585,000, and tear down new builds regularly break the $1 million mark. You're paying for the story of the neighborhood, not necessarily the house itself. I've seen buyers spend $600,000 for 1,200 square feet with no parking and no yard. Once the excitement of boutiques and breweries wears off, you realize the space might not fit your real life. Pets, kids, visiting parents, or entertaining friends. Finally, Ashland. Once Richmond's affordable small-town escape, the center of the universe, but those days are fading fast. Median prices jumped 74% last year, now sitting around $559,000. High-end infill homes, luxury subdivisions, limited inventory. Empty nesters and downsizers flock here, but younger families are stunned at the price compared to bigger homes in Chesterfield or Hanover. A couple that I worked with planned to buy here until they saw what they could afford in Old Church. Twice the space, better lot, lower price. Ashland's secret is out. But let's not just dwell on where your money doesn't go far enough, because Richmond is full of neighborhoods where your budget actually delivers, not just on square footage, but on livability, lifestyle, and long-term values. These are the spots most relocators and honestly even some local agents overlook. Let's start with the Ginner Park. This is Churchill's quieter, less Instagram famous cousin, but in many ways it offers more. Wide streets, big front porches, towering old oaks, slow residential feel that makes you want to linger on your porch swing on a Sunday afternoon. Ginner Park is full of early 20th century homes with craftsmanship you rarely see anymore, and the price often $150,000 to $200,000 less than Churchill. Plus, here you're more likely to find yards, driveways, and space to grow, things that make a real difference to families or anyone planning to stay long term. This is the neighborhood where owner-occupants, not flippers, are renovating, which means there's real community stability and not speculative price pressure. Next up is Forest Hill, my personal favorite for those who want the walkability and culture of the fan without the price tag. This is where artists, young families, and people who care about community end up when they realize the fan's pricing doesn't make sense for their life stage. Forest Hill Park is massive with trails, farmers markets, outdoor yoga. Homes here carry the same 1920s to 1940s charm the fan offers. But instead of $600,000 for a small row house with no yard, you might pay $400,000 to $450,000 for a larger craftsman with space to breathe. The bonus? You're a short hop from the James River trails and the city's creative core, but with way less density and noise. If you're a family eyeing Short Pump for its schools and shopping, you need to seriously consider Glen Allen. It's still in Henrico County, meaning award-winning public schools, but you get bigger lots, newer homes, and less of the bidding war madness that drives up Short Pump's prices. I've seen families save $80,000 to $100,000 just by shifting their search 10 minutes north. The vibe here is suburban in the best sense: quiet streets, cul-de-sacs, neighborhood cookouts without the crush of mall traffic or the premium price tags. Plus, many of the newer developments offer modern layouts, energy efficiency, and builder warranties, things you won't get in older Short Pump neighborhoods. And then there's Powhatan, the secret weapon for remote workers, downsizers, or anyone craving true space and peace. It's rural, yes, but in an intentional, refreshing way. New construction homes here are spacious and well-built. Lots are generous, and you're away from the city noise while still being 30 to 40 minutes drive from downtown Richmond. What's surprising to many buyers is how affordable high-end finishes and larger homes can be here. Granite counters, luxury vinyl plank floors, oversized garages, all for less than what you'd pay for a tired, cramped house closer in. If Ashland's small-town charm caught your eye, but its prices made your stomach drop, you'll love Chester and Colonial Heights. These spots don't get the buzz, but that's exactly why they're valuable. In Chester, you'll find suburban neighborhoods with newer homes, easy commuting access via 95 and 288, and prices that make sense. The median here hovers around $375,000, nearly $200,000 below Ashland's latest jump. Yards are bigger, streets are quieter. It's a classic, dependable suburb, great for first-time buyers or families who want predictable value without feeling squeezed. Colonial Heights, meanwhile, offers affordability Richmond hasn't seen in years. Median prices here are closer to $295,000, ideal for budget-conscious buyers who still want proximity to shopping and low property taxes. It's not trendy, but that's its strength. You're not paying a cool tax, you're paying for livability. Clients I've placed here are often shocked at how much house they can afford and how smooth their daily life feels compared to the more congested, overheated markets elsewhere. Look, this video isn't meant to tear down these popular suburbs. They all have their magic, but you deserve to know what they really offer and what they don't. I've lived here my entire life. I've guided families, singles, empty nesters, and relocators through these decisions every day. And the secret most agents won't tell you, Richmond's best deals, the ones that actually fit your life, are usually 10 minutes outside of the buzz zone. I had a client wanting Ashland. They were convinced it was perfect. We toured a number of homes and they just didn't see what they were looking for. I took them a little farther out into eastern Hanover. They got a bigger house, better yard, and saved $75,000. That's the power of knowing where to look. Don't buy the story without checking the price. Don't pick the name without knowing the lifestyle. Work with someone who watches this market every day, not someone who sold 2 houses last year. 70% of agents didn't close a deal in 2024. You deserve better. If you want real guidance, not hype, reach out. My contact information is below, and check out the next video on hidden gem Richmond neighborhoods you should know about. Because I promise, the best places aren't the ones everyone's Googling.